Hi everybody. Uh, anyway, it's been a long time since I've done a video, and the reason is is because you're thinking in your mind you're gonna do this fabulous video where you're gonna memorize it all, back it up with a lot of photo slides, put it through nice software, and adjust the sound and everything else, and the result might be greater than what we're gonna have now. But the point and the reason for this video now is to give you something so that you can increase tools in your toolbox to fight mind control. And in few previous videos, I already mentioned this is for people that already know it exists, they already know it's serious, and they maybe just need a couple extra tools to be more successful in the battlefield. So I made a list of over 20 different things that you can implement, try it out, and see what works for you. I've been using every one of those in different times because I've been living under the influence of mind control for last 6 years that I know. It could be more. But anyway, I'm gonna get straight to business because we have about an hour, and I want to try to explain as much as I can. And I already had a slow start, so let's get going. So number one, coffee. Coffee is very strong stimulus for your brain, as you know, and it is even better if you combine coffee with MCT oil, that coconut oil. It's a great boost. And if you wake up in a hotel and you don't even remember how you fall asleep, but you have important day and important meeting or whatever it is, and you feel like you inside your scalp and your brain is just like a hard drive formatted. You're looking in the mirror and you see your face, but it feels like one eye is here and something else here, and it's not in the correct place. Anyway, coffee is the number one solution. Number two, vitamin C. But not every vitamin C. Shelves are full with vitamin C of different kind. Linus Pauling is a very well-known chemist and physician. He got 2 Nobel Prizes, one of which was in 1962 for curing all heart disease with vitamin C. The vitamin C is specific. It is calcium ascorbate. It's not any other one. It is this particular one that will help you. And what you do, you can get it in Whole Foods or Sprouts and mix it with a teaspoon per glass of orange juice. When you're doing it first, second day, I recommend you do it on the weekend because the urge of going to restroom might be stronger, and you can handle it at home. It would be a little bit more difficult when you're driving. After first, second day, you can increase from 1 spoon to more, but vitamin C you cannot overdose, and the level that you want, if you wanted to maximize, the way you know when to stop is when you have soft stool. The number one is soft, and that's your limit. So if you're increasing from 1 teaspoon to, let's say, 1.5, and then 2, and at 2 you regularly have that urge, then that's what it is. That's your max, and you can stay with it or lower it, but it works great. Then Shanghai rock. Shanghai rock have unique abilities that you can research on your own. I just wanted to give you all the key points and toolboxes and stuff. Shanghai can block huge amount of frequencies coming out from your electronic gadgets. And there's also videos where it's shown there's a, for example, Wi-Fi router, and you put the meter against it, EMF meter, and it shows you, let's say, 200. And then you put the shungite rack in between wireless device and meter, and it will show you something like 10. So it works great every single time. Then CBD cream or infused water with CBD. It works. It can help you. For example, if these areas feel like very jammed and screwed in, if you apply some CBD cream, it can help to release. Also, like this part right here, a little bit to the right from the central area, right here. I call those ports of access and frequencies affecting through this area a lot. And so there's a large traffic of the frequencies. So if you apply CBD cream in those areas, it will help you to relieve that pressure that keep you out of balance. Battery. There's those 9 volts. There used to be 12 volts batteries, where you can simply get one of those, keep it in the car and home, and you can just put on both of those your finger, and you can play with it a little bit, up and down, up and down. You will start feeling that you will start feeling better. Something is happening. And then spin exercise. Spin exercise is when you're standing, well, like this, right? And then you look at your large toe, and then you spin by looking at the large toe 33 times, like this. 33, just looking at that one point. And then when you're at the 33rd, you press your arms hard next to each other, looking right at the front of yourself, like right in front, on the wall or whatever. And then just press in, and you'll feel how something is happening in the mind. What happens is like gamers would understand. When you're playing the video game and the video card is slow, you have those gaps, so there's not enough speed. Well, when you're doing this exercise, your chemistry is boosting your system to get that image faster. So it's stirring up your chemistry with this exercise, and it can really help. Of course, if you think you're gonna fail, don't do it next to a sharp object or something. Find the right spot for it. Then hands and fingers exercise. Our hands and hemispheres, there's a lot of connection with it. And so on YouTube, you can find some exercise that will boost your brain activity. And those actually works. I try a couple, but you'll find there's plenty. Kids use them a lot, but those are good too. Another one is number 8, brain hemisphere synchronization. So there's a left and right hemisphere, and mind control frequencies, they intend to disrupt that synchronicity, and that lead you to lose your balance and some abilities. So to get it all back, you wanted to use brain hemispheres synchronization. There's plenty of those videos on YouTube. You can look it up. Number 9, ground yourself. Ground yourself is, for example, if you walk bare feet on the land off-road somewhere, That's kind of grounding yourself in the natural field. But in the industrial world, you can have special grounding set of sheets, for example, or some of the things that you can plug in into the zero ground, and you plug and ground yourself that way. It helps a lot, especially with your spinal cord. If you're sleeping on some things that grounding you, then the effect on the nerve system in your spinal cord, all the way from your head all the way down, is quite a bit less as it would be without being grounded. Shower. It's a great tool if you really need to get yourself back into reality. Then shower 20-30 minutes can help with it. And you can also picture with water that falls on. It takes all the negative, everything away from your system. Number 11, moving to higher body vibration through meditation. There are different types of meditations that you can use. You may be already doing some. Those are very helpful to fight against mind control, because they take you like from here to here, like from here to here. And then another types of meditation is cleaning the system as one through some dedicated for cleaning meditation tools. So let's say you're cleaning your mind and your body all with some type of meditation. For example, I'm using heartfulness meditation. I'm using lake meditation. I'm using crystals meditation. Crystals have high frequency, and so I picture myself surrounded by crystals in a different universe where there's millions of crystals, and it does affect mind. So you try to bring mind to that level of frequency, and it works. Then EMF protective clothes. There's plenty online. You can look it up. There are clothes that have metal in them. So whenever the blast of frequency is going at you, it's not necessarily going to go through your entire body. It's going to hit that shield first. Another one is a little bit extreme. If you feel like you don't know where to go, and you feel like something is really wrong, and you don't believe that your relatives or friends might even understand what you're talking about, then try this. Take your SIM card out of your phone, break it in pieces and particles, and put it in a glass of water. All those little pieces, put it in a glass of water. And just sit still and feel if you feel any difference. Usually you feel the difference within the seconds, because SIM card is used to put a lock on your mind-brain mechanism, because you can have the phone off, but the SIM card is, it's like another microprocessor in there. So if you do that, it might help you to break brain lock, I call it. And then just flush it into the toilet. You don't have to drink it. Flash it into the toilet, okay? But make sure you break it into particles, and you might get distracted when you're doing that process. Somebody walk in, or you get a phone call, and then the SIM card falls somewhere and you don't know where it is and you lose it. Well, don't do that. Be focused when you're doing this particular one, because it is important. And then, of course, have another SIM card ready ahead of time, so that in the morning you can call your cellular and put your phone number on the new SIM card, and they'll do it. They might ask you why, and you can come up with a story. Another one, By the way, credit cards using with chip using very similar technology, and if you do have those, breaking one SIM card might not help, and you're not gonna break your credit card chips because then you might be out of luck. So, well, the SIM card you can try as experiment to find out if there was a brain lock on you. With the credit card, I recommend you can, for a day or two, put it in a container with 10 layers of aluminum. That will block the signal from those. And maybe on the weekend you can live without those cards, like going with you in the pocket everywhere. That was 14. Number 15. Clean your phone from old or all text messages. And those would be some that was working as a marker against you. There are tons of text messages that come in and they just look really suspicious. Like, who the hell a fellow that wrote those? I get a lot of those because I have business, and you maybe too. They say, hey, my name is Friedrich. Are you really removing the trees? If so, please text me to this number. It's like, what the hell, Friedrich? You want to send the rocket right away. But anyway, so remove all of those text messages. Better to really feel the positive effect. Remove entire inbox of the text messages, because it's very hard to filter them out. But if you can just pinpoint the ones that are important and move them to another folder, then you can just remove the rest of them. The same thing with some of the phone calls not related to what you do and who you are and who you know. Some of those scam kind of phone calls and stuff, those also can be used as a marker to target you. For example, you just did meditation in the morning after coffee, and your frequencies are going up. You're moving from here to here. The system, because it's run by AI, it's scanning your frequency from your brain through your own devices. And it's saying to AI, hey, this fellow frequency is going up. So they're going to send you some stupid phone call like, your car is out of warranty, or we offer you $26,000 for your employees' benefits, shit like that. So whenever that happens, I call it a DART phone call. You can just simply not just cancel it, you have to remove it from the history. Number 16, sign out from all phone accounts that you not using. Every account you logged in or signed in, it's like a modern chain on your neck or mine, wireless chain. Also, you must sign out correctly, because a lot of the big tech companies, they using this manipulation feature where they make you feel or think that you did sign out, however you did not, because there was extra step that you didn't take. You want to make sure that you do all the steps when you're signing out, because if you didn't do it all the way, it means you didn't do it. Number 17, get in the sunlight. If you see there's a sunny day, get in the sunlight. Spend some time in a direct sunbeam. Feel the warmth of it. Feel how nice it is. Let your eyes absorb that light. It's important that your brain get quite a bit of that light, and some of you might feel effect immediately. For some, might take 5 minutes, but it might get to where you feel something is moving inside your brain, and it's okay. We're all lacking vitamin D, and you get vitamin D with it. Number 18, do not use gadgets, computers, tablets, phones while those are plugged in to charge the battery. Because whenever that process is happening, your devices, gadgets, broadcasting 10 times more EMF radiation. And especially if you have kids, and especially if you have a habit of calling somebody while you have that thing on. Don't do it. It's very dangerous. If you already have habit developed, and I'm not going to talk you out of it, then I recommend spend $25, buy one of those cheap ones, EMF frequency meters on Amazon, and do an experiment. Put the device on the table, measure how much it's showing without it being plugged in, then plug it in, and how much it is showing when it's plugged in. It will also help you to show kids that often would not listen until you scientifically prove to them what's going on. Number 19, sleep discipline. It is an important one because a lot of the mind control frequencies broadcasting at night, and after 1 o'clock especially, as far as I know, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, but it's changing because the time also changing, and so it can be changing with it. But to make the point stronger, if you go to WikiLeaks, some of you maybe heard of them, look for V7 package of government spy programs dedicated to spy on you, and under that folder you will find about 22 different programs that running on the soft of your computers, on your Androids, on your Apple devices to harm you. And one of the first one is, because it starts with A, is the name of that one is harm after 12. So kind of saying that you want to take it seriously. Anyway, another thing, if you like to use your favorite chair in your home where you sit with your phone or the laptop, AI already know exact location of that place because it's been learning about you. And it's best that you switch in that location. And you can easily prove it yourself if you get that EMF meters that I'm talking about and just put it exactly where your head is when you're sleeping and see what it's showing, and then step a couple feet and see what it's showing. You'll be really surprised. You're not very hard to figure out as far as habits and stuff. If you don't have a background or you're not part of the groups that fighting that on a daily basis. So the easier way to believe that it's happening is that you can simply, for example, feel yourself before you go to your elevator, and then step into your elevator and feel yourself again. Like where is the pressure? Like, does it feel different? And then step out again and step in again. You will feel the difference. It's almost like when you're wearing your sunglasses and then you're looking around, where are those glasses, and you have them on your face because you get used to those and you think that's now reality, and then you forgot you actually have them on. Same thing, we get so hammered with those different level frequencies of mind control that we often don't recognize those. But stepping into your elevator, or for example, if you're in Las Vegas, drive under tunnel under the airport and just feel the difference. It's a long enough tunnel for you to feel that difference. And then just feel yourself when you're coming out of it, how it just blasts your mind with a full level. But effect. But anyway, sleeping discipline, the reason I call it that way is because you wanted to once at least go to sleep very early, maybe 6, 7 p.m., wake up at midnight, and stay up all night. And if you can repeat that the next night, also go to sleep around 6, 7 p.m., wake up at midnight, and stay all night. Then you, in those 2 days, you can feel yourself and figure out what are those things that's happening with your body that you maybe was not aware when you was awake. So that's something for you to grasp. Number 21. I call it mashed potatoes and cheese. If you, for example, one of the Trump followers, just joking, you may be on the gray list of AI, and they're trying to screw up with you literally by screwing up with your brain and mind. And in order to find out the level, how far they've gone with training your brain to work against you or mind, you can do this little experiment. Get some mashed potatoes and blue cheese, and have mashed potatoes and blue cheese, and wait 10 minutes. If you feel something is happening, like you felt previously that things was like kind of numb, you was not very balanced and stuff, and then all of a sudden things start moving and coming to balance, then then you may be on the great list and you are really Trump follower. So you can do the same thing with supplements. Mashed potatoes represent potassium, and blue cheese represents zinc. It's just the reason I say about those foods, you're not necessarily gonna get a quality zinc and potassium in the same time to experience the effect I'm talking about. But there are some good quality products, and you might try. Number 22, remove negative energy from you and around you. There's plenty of videos. You can try some from YouTube. I believe it's frequency 417, but there are some others as well. Removing some negativity from the mind, it's a good thing because mind control is trying to boost that negativity in your mind. So it's kind of like cleaning process that helps you maintain, so that you're on top of your game. Number 23. Videos called Remove Destructive Influence on Your Mind. There are some available online. Try that. And also number 24, channel Altona 777. I try those videos dedicated to protect your subconscious from the harmful frequencies of mind control. Those work. Really help me. Also, extra information, if you feel that you're not sure, maybe this is all joke and stuff, then I wanted to remind about Snowden. Snowden did warn Americans and the rest of the world, risking his life, about these particular programs that I'm talking about and the facts that I'm trying to help you to overcome. And there is a movie called Snowden that they spent $40 million to deliver information to us, so that we know what happened, why it happened, and what to expect. And the last part of the movie, they say that he would want to prevent this technology from affecting people on the level that he already saw ahead of time would affect the people. Not only that, he says that he would want to prevent something like authorities or presidents of the countries to be selected by influential effects of that software that he was warning everybody about. Well, it's been several years since his warning. Not much has been done to put a stop to those programs. Actually, they combined and weaponized those programs. For example, I own a small business and I use some soft uh, programs to help me with this and that. And there are ways that you can synchronize those different programs so that you don't have to be spending time on each and every one, so that part of the workflow works automatically. Well, the same way, the ones that create a role combine those programs together to affect you, and you wanted to stay ahead of the game, um, to simply win it. There are more and more of those devices that I see installed in city. For example, Seven Hills, you drive even to nice neighborhoods. Those on the light bulbs, those that called cell phone towers, uh, and they are hidden behind some flags, or they are hidden behind some like Christ structure, uh, or something else. But the point is, for example, if you set alarm every time at 5 o'clock in the morning, your body in a couple of days will automatically wake up, right? Well, that's very simplistic. But if somebody decide to train your mind, for example, every time you need to go and make some money, to have you think in the opposite frequency of making money, uh, the things might go south a lot quicker than you think. Because if you not making the frequency correctly with your mind because it was tempered with, guess what? You don't get the phone calls for your business, and then you're wondering, what's going on with the economy. It's not all economy; it's all here too. Uh, so with this, I wanted to say, please try it. We fit in 34 minutes, and the last one. If you're really not sure about mind control, I know who's doing mind control during the day. Stop by on Sunday in any Mormon church and just pretend like you're a visitor, and watch right after the sacrament when they say the prayer for people to take a sacrament, and water and the bread. Those towers in the backyard will go into full blast, and you will experience mind control first level. Anyway, with that, I wanted to say nice to see you all. Maybe I don't see you, but nice to feel that you're all doing great, and I hope some of it will help. Hey, there's a couple more points I would like to add to those 24. Been thinking about it for 2 days, and there's a couple more. So number 25, eyes, healing, frequency, restoration. You can just look it up, YouTube video on eye healing, frequency, restoration, and just plug it in into hands-free and listen to it. It can really help. It takes about 10 minutes to really start feeling effect. Number 26, lock sound and devices by special plugs. Sound has ability to affect you even if you do not hear it. So there's a range of sound that your ear does not recognize, but your brain does. and it actually a pretty big part of using application, against you with the sound, like sound in school. Uh, there are some terms like that. But anyway, so on your laptop or on Android, you can buy something like this. It's a little thing that you put in the same spot where you put your hands-free in the laptop or phone, and it blocks the sound from uh, coming out. And so that's 26. Number 27. Since the effect on you with your devices is pretty significant, because all the devices, for the most part, all the time on, and you want to give your system time to rebalance. So to do that, you want to put some of the devices that you can, as far as possible, from the place where you sleep, and the main device, like your phone or maybe something else, or whatever you might think of that you can put apart, uh, put it apart. And by doing that, I mean, if it's possible to open the phone and take the battery out, if it's removable, do that, and then take it to extra extent. Take a SIM card out, and it is not enough to just take a SIM card out. You want to have like a clamp like this, and then you take a little penny, put it on that SIM card where it's got that copper, and clamp the penny to it, so that it's just extra step that it helps you screw up those signals with the SIM card. A lot of the phones would not give you a chance to take the battery out, because evolution of the phones for the last 10 years was such that you cannot take them apart, exactly for the reason so that influence on you is continuous, and you don't have a chance to remove it, even temporarily. So that was 27. And then 28, use earplugs and special EMF protective glasses. Earplugs is because when frequency is coming at you, scalp is pretty solid, but there are soft areas like eyes or ears or here, and frequency get through pretty easy in those, and so this area of the brain mostly targeted or affected. And so this ear and through this cheek, right here is the port of access. So if you get those Walgreens plugs, and then some of those really uncomfortable to use, get the ones that you're comfortable with. I usually like to cover one ear at least, and that helps, especially if you're at the point where it feels like this side is jammed and your hearing is going away, especially if it's this ear. It's not necessarily your ear, it's possibility that it is the effects of those programs used on you. So we got that. EMF protected glasses. You can look it up on in some specialized places. You're not gonna find those just anywhere, but the EMF protective clothes stores online will have it. And then in EMF protective stores, for example, you can find hoodie like this that's got EMF protective material, and so when you have it on, frequency cannot affect you directly. It's gonna bounce off. If it's grounded, it's even better. Just an example. And then number 29, hard and or testosterone boost. So, for example, with the heart, one of the main organs, right? So, of course, if somebody was thinking about some effect on you, they would consider affecting the heart, and it is a fact. In some cases, if software is able to get through you firewalls, for example, your system is weak and your mind is uh, it was not at the highest, and so through continuous effort and learning you system was able to access you heart written. And then watch out, because what happens is you're trying to get some sleep, and then at 1 o'clock in the morning your heart starts going up and down and you're not sure what's going on. It will wear you out all night long and let you go to sleep at 5 a.m. And then by that time you need to get up like 7. And so it's still your time to get back to normal rest, rebalance yourself. And so what I use in the previous, in the beginning of this chapter 1 video, I mentioned about shungite, and this is beads with shungite. So what I do, I have some clips. I bought it at the FedEx, and I just put it right here where my heart is, and frequency will be reduced by a lot with this kind of application. And you can actually feel like the blood pressure is actually like, you feel a little bump when you put it on. So this is shungite. This is what I can do for you. And then you can use some combination of supplements for heart to bump it up. I don't want to give any suggestions here because I'm not a doctor, but that's something for you to grip. And then testosterone boost. That also for men is very good application. What happens is that you get your coffee, you get out of the house, you go to work, you jump in the car, and then under your seat there's a lot of electronics that help you to move the seat, make you comfortable. What that electronics is in a very short distance away from your testicles, and it can affect your testosterone before you get to work, and your energy will go down. So watching testosterone is a good thing, and if you're experiencing mind control, it can help you overcome it. Number 30. I wasn't sure if I should share this one, but the truth is, it is a very important one, and I would not feel comfortable if I didn't, because it can really help a lot of you, men I'm talking about. When you're having sex, try to stay away from spilling your semen. Practice edging, and the Kama Sutra and some other things. They was used by super warriors back in the day to bump up their systems, and those guys was unbeatable. Well, it says in the Bible, do not spill that semen, and there is some truth and point behind it. So for example, if you able to keep it in the bowls, the chances of you coming back successful home with this kind of influences during the day is a lot higher. Not just a little bit, a lot higher. The night you let it out, watch out, the next day you're gonna run into some problems. Just telling you from experience. Number 31. Look for any devices that has radio function, like a USB player or something that's got radio function, and get that out of your space. Get rid of it. A lot of those devices, first of all, radio, you don't need radio in a USB device. player or something. It's been put in there so that it's also like a marker. It can be used against you, but not directly uh, used as against you signature, for example, your body signature, because that device does not know that it's you. However, it can just bring the signal at you, like the uh, broadcast for everybody, let's say. So get rid of it. And then 32. When you're driving in the car, there's a lot of different frequencies everywhere. So when you're driving forward, hey, how are you? How are you? Uh, the it's like you like that Super Mario in the car, getting those tidin tidin tidin, all of those coming at you, and so hey, how are you? And so it's great to put special like a not tinting front shield, but there is actually EMF protective uh, layers for the glass that you can put in your front windshield. Even if you do front windshield, it will help quite a bit from you absorbing through your system all that stuff. So that was 32. And then 33 would be a Faraday cage. Faraday cage is something made from material like this, or more like a solid construction, like a steel material, that once it's grounded, it would not allow frequency inside that space. And so you can relax there better and rebalance a lot better. So the phone signal not supposed to work there. So that was 33. And then 34, magnetic field. Since what we're experiencing, for example, with mind control or EMF attacks and stuff, it's a blast of energy going at you, and it goes like this. With different powers and different frequency, it kind of like beaming at you, right? So magnetic field, for example, if you take two strong magnets and you put them together in a way where normally they would be trying to get away from each other, right? So you put it together and you wrap it with something, it creates a magnetic field. And if you have that magnetic field, let's say, close to your mind, then it will bounce those frequencies away from you. There's maybe some devices online, you can look it up, something better than two magnets combined, but I did use the magnets. I bought them for like $40 each, and it was my little tool. And number 35, if you really screwed up and you feel like you're not even comfortable to get in front of people, because you wake up and there's a depression and there's some other things running through your head, just remember a lot of this stuff that running through your mind in the morning is artificial. If you accept that as reality, it will be a lot easier for you to get over it. And some of the things that you can do is to go into the store and just walk between the shelves, look at the different things, and it's a distraction that can, in a very short period of time, maybe 5-7 minutes, will get your mind in a better balance, so that you can then go and meet the people and do the deals and stuff. And then number 36, brain reboot videos. On YouTube or some other places, you can find brain reboot videos, usually those not very long, 5, 10, 15 minutes. But when you put it on, your own system will try to sabotage you and put you to sleep. So try to keep your eyes on the screen and get through the video. And if you feel like you could do 2 times, do 2 times. It really works. So that was 36.
And 37, I wasn't sure to put it on or not, but hey, you maybe didn't get into getting your order for EMF protection, or you don't have a chance to drive under the tunnel like I mentioned, so that you can feel the difference under the ground, and when you come out, how those frequencies really powerful and strong, so you can feel the difference. Well, you can get a steel pot in the kitchen, put it on, and ground it. Take a wire, put it into zero, and ground it, and it will also help you to feel the difference, how it is, on and off. And that was it. So far we got 37 with the previous video. I hope that those few things would help you and that you stay on top of your game. All right, bye.